Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. My name is Rebecca Ravenbird and today Emerald Hunters is here yet again to give another tutorial. Today's tutorial is going to be on two different halting methods and they have their variety of purposes, so let's get started. So the first type of halting method is called the and halt, and this is an immediate halt. Other clubs will call it something else, but the and halt is an immediate halt in place no matter where you are. So we'll go ahead and demonstrate that right now. Pick up trot set, pick up trot, pre and go. So when the riders hear the word and halt, they're going to spam their S key down to come down to an immediate halt. They're going to freeze in place. Here we go. And halt. Beautiful. So with the and halt, like I said, you notice they froze in place and we actually do leave space in between the riders like this. So they're not going to walk forward or continue to move once they have halted in place. So having the space between the riders just like this is exactly what you want. So the reason you would want to use an immediate halt or the and halt is, for example, if you're learning a routine and you're chunking and learning different parts of the routine, you want to make your riders stop for a moment so that way you can teach the next part of the routine. So coming to an immediate halt makes it efficient for the practice. So another reason you would want to use the and halt is if you are learning a brand new move and it's a big move, like a big elite move with multiple parts, and everybody makes a mistake on that move, it's going to be very confusing for all of the riders to understand where they're supposed to end up. So again, using an immediate halt can have everybody stop and focus in on the instructor to allow the instructor to give feedback and allow the riders to just stop for a moment and look where they are and reset. So the next type of halt is called the halt set. This is a slower form of halting, and the purpose of the halt set is to get the riders back into a line of NTT just like this. So the reason you would want to use a halt set or a slower halt like this is so that if you are going to resume trotting forward in one line, one single file line, everybody can do that with relative ease since they're all in NTT. And if you haven't watched my previous video on how to line up and how to pick up your trot using these NTT gaps, I highly recommend you do. But again, having the riders halt in this position is a nice clean way of halting, and it can allow us to trot forward once again. So there's two command phrases for the halt set. So on the word halt set, all of the riders are going to walk, and then on the word go, my line leader Kathy, she is going to halt on go, but everyone else is going to continue to walk forward until they are NTT with the person in front of them. So again, this is a slower halting method, but it's nice and clean, and it will put us back into NTT. So let's go ahead and give it a try right now. Halt set. So everyone walks and go. So Kathy is going to halt, everyone else is going to continue to walk forward until they're NTT. Very nice. So a moment ago, you just saw Riley took a few extra seconds to get into their spot. For example, if your gaps are really far behind and you need to catch up to the person in front of you, but the commander says halt set, you still need to walk on the halt set even if your gaps are too big. We want everybody to be moving and doing the same thing at the exact same time. That's why we want all of the riders to walk, even if the gaps are too big. And then once you're getting into your spot, you actually want to halt a little bit earlier than you think you need to, and then scooch forward if you absolutely have to. So right now you can actually see the riders are just a little bit too far forward with everybody, so your horse's noses should be touching the tailbow of the person in front of you, but at the same time you notice that nobody has moved. So remember that once you've halted into your spot, you are halted, so no further movement is allowed once you've halted into your spot. So let's go ahead and see if we can adjust ourselves here. So let's pick up trot set, pick up trot, pre and go. So again, whenever we're coming into a halt set, you want to make sure that you're halting a little bit sooner than you think you need to and then walk forward. It's better if you do that rather than halting late and having to back up. Okay, so we kind of already mentioned this in our previous tutorial, so again, take a look at that as well because those concepts apply here. Halt set. All riders walk, very good. And go. Okay, so that was a lot better. So we noticed Ruby did a very nice job with halting a little bit early, and then Ruby walked forward, and then Eminem did the same thing. Okay, so that is our halt set. Again, it's a little bit slower than the immediate halt, but it brings us back into this nice NTT formation. Keep in mind that other clubs will call their halting methods differently, but these are the halting methods that Emerald Hunters uses, and that's what is typically used in the community, an immediate halt or a slow halt like this. So thank you all so much for watching. Leave a comment down below. How does your club like to come down to a halt? Leave your answer in the comments below, and please be sure to subscribe to our channel so that way you can watch more tutorial videos that are coming in the future. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in the next video. Bye! So here we go, pick up trot set, pick up trot, pre, and go. So Kathy, I would like for you to belt oh my goodness. Kathy, reset.